Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are getting into the real nervous system of modern video setups.
We are. We're looking at the PureLink 4x4 matrix switcher.
And this thing is designed to solve a massive, massive headache, right?
It is. The core problem is, how do you get a perfect bandwidth-heavy 4K signal? We're talking 4K at 60 hertz from point A to point B when they're hundreds of feet apart.
So our mission is to really understand how this one box acts as both a switcher
And a long-distance extension system. It's doing two huge jobs at once, all while keeping that, that incredibly high 18 gigabit per second data rate.
Okay, let's unpack the architecture then, because it's surprisingly clever. It's a 4x4 matrix, 4 inputs, 4 outputs. Simple enough.
But here's the twist.
Right. For those 4 zones, you get 4 long-distance outputs, but also 4 mirrored local HDMI outputs right there on the unit. Why? Yeah. I mean, why would you need both? That kind of redundancy.
That's all about flexibility. The local outputs, they're perfect for, a confidence monitor in the rack.
Just to see what's going out.
Exactly. Or for short runs. But the long-distance outputs, they use HDBaseT. And HDBaseT is really the heavy lifter here.
That's the magic sauce for going the distance.
It is. It lets you send everything, video, power control signals, over a single standard Cat6 cable for, up to 492 feet.
That's incredible and essential for those massive spaces, convention halls, that sort of thing.
For sure.
And speaking of making things easier, let's talk power. I see it mentions 24V PC, power over cable. How much does that actually simplify the job for an installer?
Oh, it's a game changer. It dramatically reduces the complexity at the display end.
Because you don't need a plug at every screen.
You don't. The matrix itself sends the power right down the HDBaseT cable. So the little receivers at each display, they just plug in and work. No local power supply needed.
Fewer wires, fewer plugs.
And way fewer points of failure. It just makes the whole system more robust.
Okay, so now we have to talk performance. The reason you'd buy a box like this? Video quality.
Top of the line. It supports 4K at 60 hertz. But the really crucial detail here is the color space.
The 4.4.4 with HDR. Why is that specific number, 4.4.4, so important?
Well, a lot of cheaper gear will compress the signal to save bandwidth. They use something called 4.2.0.
And that cuts out some of the color information.
It cuts it in half, basically. And you can see it, especially on sharp computer text or graphics. 4.4.4 means zero compromise. Every single pixel gets its full, complete color data. It's uncompressed quality.
And to handle that kind of quality, you have to be compliant with all the copy protection, right?
Absolutely. It's fully compliant with HDMI 2.0b and HDCP 2.2. So any protected content from, Netflix or a Blu-ray player, it just works. No blank screen.
What about the audio?
It's just as comprehensive. It's not just stereo. It passes through the highest end formats, even the spatial ones like Dolby Atmos and DTS:X.
And I saw it has audio de-embedding too.
It does, which is a really pro feature. You can pull the audio off for any output and send to a separate sound system. Very useful.
So finally, let's talk control. How do you actually run this thing?
Pretty much any way you want. You've got buttons on the front, IR, a web interface.
And the professional stuff like RS-232 and LAN control.
And they have specific Crestron and QSE control modules available. That tells you this is built for serious integrated systems.
But the biggest pain point in any install is always EDID, isn't it? That digital handshake.
It's almost always the #1 headache. It's the data negotiation between the source and the display.
And when they disagree.
You get a black screen. It's so frustrating. This unit has really sophisticated EDID management to fix that. It has 22 presets built in.
So the matrix basically steps in and tells the source and the display how to talk to each other properly.
Exactly. It just eliminates that whole frustrating back and forth. It forces a stable connection.
So when you put it all together, what we have here is not just a switcher. It's more like an infrastructure stabilizer.
That's a great way to put it. It combines that high bandwidth, 18 gigabit performance with the long distance reach of HDBaseT.
All in one box.
Which brings up a really interesting thought for you, the listener, to take away.
Okay.
Just think about the sheer engineering complexity involved here. Maintaining a perfect 4K video signal